Yeah, okay, folks. Now I'm creating another project, same Maven project. Once again, I'll create. Just please observe. New project. Here you search for Maven and you choose Maven project. Otherwise, directly go to File menu, New Maven project. File menu, New Maven project. Both the ways you reach to the same place. Here, next again, Maven archetype quick start. What is that? Maven archetype quick start. Then click next. Again, same group. Let it be the same group, and the artifact ID is simple spring demo _02, and I will remove the artifact name from the project package. And then next nothing is there, just go ahead with finish. Okay, once you finished, you got the project, but the project developed with Java SE 1.5. okay. I want Java 1.8, not 1.5. By default it is showing 1.5. So I want to convert that. How can I convert that? Already we saw in the previous exercise, right? That let us try once again. What do? Go to pom.xml file. Here, one approach, you can fix the properties. Alternatively, you can fix plugin. Okay, where after dependencies is completed, then you write build. In build, within build plugins in multiple plural plugins, there is a single plugin entry comes. In this single plugin entry, you need to write the stuff. They are artifact ID. Artifact ID value is Maven compiler plugin. Maven compiler plugin. And what is the version of it? Version is 3.7.0. And then configuration. What is the configuration? Source and destination. Source is 1.8, and then target is 1.8. Done. As soon as you saved this, you can observe, oh, it did not migrate to 1.8. Right click on the project, go to Maven, update project. Which project you want to upgrade? This project. Yeah, fine. Click on OK. Now it's been upgraded. That error has gone. Immediately you can see 1.8. Okay. Is this sufficient? In the first step, we configured the Java version either by properties or by build plugin. The second thing we need to do, already one dependency entry is there in dependencies group. One more dependency you need to add here. So for that, how do you add dependency? Just you go to browser of your choice, and here you search for Maven repository. First search result, type Spring. Even though you give 5, you are not getting 5. All versions it is showing. So you take any of the Spring. Better to take the previously already whatever version you have taken, the same version you take, to reduce the downloading time. Okay, once after it opened, click once, the box content is copied, then you go back to Eclipse. After the previous dependency or before the previous dependency, you paste it. As soon as you pasted, you can find so many Spring dependencies here in the left side Project Explorer. Once if you got all these things, your configuration is perfectly alright. Whatever you write in the Spring pom.xml is perfectly alright. Okay, the next step you need to write the beans XML file, spring.xml file, where you have to create in this src main Java, you have to create the spring.xml file. New file XML file already selected. So spring.xml. Here what you have to write in the spring.xml file, already you saw in the previous exercise what you have to write. Spring reference documentation, you search for Spring reference documentation. Yeah, here. From here we have copied. From here we have copied the last time, but this time, as per the exercise I am going to do, you need to search something more. Here in beans, you need to search for context, Spring context. What you need to search for? Spring context. What is the purpose of context? That I am going to show you in coding. Please wait for a moment. Beans. Again, context is not there. Context is not there. Even context is not there. Context is not there. I'm searching for context. 66 entries are there, so I can find context anywhere. This is AOP. AOP will not work for us. Context needed. Yes, this is. Okay, this one you copy. How to identify? One of the beams in this documentation will have context. This context, spring-context.xsd. This is required. So you copy this and go back to your spring.xml and paste. Right? So this is the way we need to get the beans entry from the documentation. Why I have chosen this, I am going to explain you very soon. In the previous exercise we saw person, address as spring beans. What? Person and address. But a strict note, remember how many person objects you may have if you developed any software project using Spring. How many persons data you are going to handle? So many persons, some hundreds of thousands, hundreds of thousands. So how many persons details you enter through this XML? That doesn't make any sense. Person, it is data. Data objects. We are not going to store through the Spring framework. Functional objects. What do we call the functional objects? Services. What? Services. We are going to automate instantiation by using Spring framework, not the person, employee, student, address kind of things. But why I have chosen that example now is to make you understand about the automatically object creation mechanism. Automatically creation mechanism you need to understand. More than that, there is no other purpose of these examples. In business, we never instantiate this kind of beans from Spring. Okay? Alright. Now, here also, since this is for demonstration, I am taking the similar to the previous exercise, that is same person, address, these two classes. Okay, so new class com.lti.beans, the class name is person, and another class address, new class address. So in address, string street, string city, and another string pin code. Now generate the necessary stuffs here. Constructors, setters, getters, and then toString. Done all the formalities. Now in the person class, what all details we need to have? Int id, string name, one. Already we have declared address data type, address class, that address class residential address, address type, address class member, residential address. Now once again generate everything related to everything necessary to make it bean. Right, everything I got. Now what to do? Already last time we have done almost similar up to here, but from here. Last time totally XML configuration. This time it is not completely XML configuration. I'm going to explain you about different kind of a configuration, that is annotation based configuration. What kind of configuration is it? Annotation configuration. So in annotation configuration, what you are going to have? Annotations you are going to have. What you are going to have? Annotations. Okay, so these annotations, how you get those annotations, let us see. The person, address, at the rate, component. What? At the rate, component. As and when you put an annotation called a component, the Spring framework observes, understands that, okay, this class object I have to create automatically. Okay, in the similar way, that address object is to be injected here. What? That address object is to be injected here. So what you have to do here, at the rate auto wired. Okay, this is auto wiring. Sometime back the other class people are discussing here. So here auto wire, address object created there, that object injected here. This is dependency injection. Without using, even XML also we can auto wire. In XML, how do we auto wire? In XML configuration itself we can auto wire by type, by name, like that, auto wire. Right. So now since we are auto wiring, even auto wired we can give values here. How you can give values? Component at the rate value street underscore 01. The similar way, city, what value should go into city variable? So value city underscore 01. And pin, what value it should have? Pin underscore 01. Whatever, some random values I have given, there is no meaning to the values. And now this bean object is created with these values, and that bean is injected here into residential address. Now if I print right here, its value is 101. Hey, surprising. What is this data type of what is the data type of this 101? But what is the data type of the destination variable? Automatically Spring identifies the data types. Okay, right. Name is Kishore. Finish. That's all. Okay. Now in the main, I did not write main so far. In the app.java, by default you get app.java for every program. For every, even in the previous Maven project, app.java was there. But what I have done, I have ignored that app.java. I have created my own app.java separately and I have executed that. Okay, right. Now, one more small configuration we need to provide in spring.xml file, that is, yeah, here. What kind of configuration you are going to, you want your Spring framework to check in this program, in this project? At the rate context colon annotation configuration, context colon annotation config, means in this project I am going to provide annotation configuration. So please search all of the classes about classes for annotations. So which all folders or which are packages to check? Yeah, that is another context. Context colon component scan, context colon component scan Base package com.lti is the base package. Com.lti package may contain annotated classes. Com.lti. So many packages may be there. All packages will be scanned by Spring Framework to identify annotated classes. Okay, right. So for everything fine. Even this class can be self closing tag. Even this tag. Here, since this is here, context full name, so that every time you want to use, you have to type the full name. Instead of that, you usually what developers will do, ctxt they will do. So when it is ctxt, these are all becomes ctxt. So this is a short form. Okay, right. Both the ways, both the things works perfectly. You need not to worry about it. Now, what to do? In the application, where is the application? Yeah, here. Application context. Application context. See, if you did not get application context automatically, means why it won't come automatically? If something went wrong inside the application, it will not autofill the autofill by Eclipse. You have to type manually. It is not going to work. Please remember, you have to make Eclipse to generate suggestions automatically. Okay, one problem is there in Eclipse where your Eclipse will not give the suggestions properly. That configuration is problem is, go to window menu, preferences. Here you search for proposals. So coding assistance Java advanced. See, if code proposals, even though you set the code proposal, all Java proposals can be turned on. There is no issue with that. Okay, even after you did it, after doing that, you need to actually restart your Eclipse. Even though you restarted, if code proposals it is not showing, then don't try to spend much time on that. Try to identify the bug, why it is not getting. If all these dependencies are there, Maven dependencies are there in position properly, it will suggest you automatically. If Maven dependencies are not there, it will not give suggestions. If it is not suggesting, it don't know about application context, even though you write this import statement. Okay, right, yeah, context equals to will not work. Yeah, equals to new class path XML application context with string argument. That is, what is the file name? Spring.xml. Some time back I told you, you can write your name.xml. Where this XML file name, what is the XML file name? Spring.xml. You can write your name, not a problem. But whatever name you mentioned there, that name you have to give here. Okay, right. Now person p1 equals to not new person. You are going to ask the context. Okay, context get bean of person dot class. Okay, now sys out p1 and p1 dot get address even. You can retrieve and you can print. Let us see whether it is going to execute or not. If it executes perfectly fine, otherwise we'll try to fix the issues. No qualifying bean. com.lti.beans.person available. There is no person, there is no bean available. com.lti.beans.person. What is the problem? com.lti.beans.person. Hey, this person. Do you want to create the person object manually? No. Again, this person object also will be should be created by Spring. So component. Which class object you want Spring to create for you and give. There you have to write component annotation. Now let us see. Wow, no error. Okay. So see, address also is there. This is address object. Residential address is address street, city and pin. That is part of the person. Okay, so in this way you can develop a Spring application with annotation configuration. Now there is a question, there is a doubt, can we develop application with both the configurations, annotation configuration plus XML configurations? Few beans I'll mention here in the spring.xml and few beans I'll write at the red component. Will it work? Yeah, happily it works. Both the configurations, not actually both, but two, three, third, one more configuration is there, one more approach of configuration is there, that is Java configuration it is called. Means in the program you write configuration, in Java program you write configuration. So even that way it will work fine. So all those three kinds of configurations you can do in the same project, in the same application. It will work fine. There is no limitation for that. No one is going to ask you, hey, this particular bean, this kind of a configuration, why did you write? In this project, only XML configuration, why did you write? Like that, no one is going to ask you. So all three are equally perfect, equally correct. Okay, I hope this is clear.